Hello. Hope everyone had a good week. I'll probably say this a few times because it's the beginning and I'm already late because I lost track of time. But it's just gonna be a quiet. I mean, semi-quiet. I'll put on some music. But I just had not much sleep this week, so I'm gonna just take it a little easy. So, um, yeah. I think I'll just put on something to just have on in the background while I do some work. And I'll be starting with some warm ups. Excuse me. And I'll work on my animatic. I'll show you this. I promise it actually exists. I get a little more worked on this. I'm cleaning him up, so he'll be ready soon. I see. I'll show you. Like here's the actually, this isn't the opening. I have there it goes like that. And his face changes a little. Change a little more. And then, yeah. Oh, that's why. See, then he kind of hears. He thinks he hears something in the tree. He sees a little bit of a glow. Hello, thanks for dropping by. Just thought I'd show off. I'm working on an animatic for my VTuber's lore, like his backgrounds. So I was thinking, and I think like since I'm not a real, I only know very little bit about animation itself. I thought it'd be smart to make my character stationary and just telling a tale, or like talking, and time passes as he's changing and making friends with more and more spirits and other fairy folk. Like this is the little Undine that finds him first, and he feeds it. See, it's like, ooh boy. He's like, help yourself. And then he knows that makes a funny face and he laughs. But he shakes him, but it makes him shake his arm, which is bandaged, so he's in a lot of pain. And the Undine is scared all of a sudden. Like it doesn't know what's going on. And I was gonna have him like maybe the thing tries to heal him somehow. So yeah. That one's not anyway. Yeah. Alright. Let's do some warm-ups first, and then I'll get to work on some art fight. If anyone wants to just lurk the entire time, that's fine as well. Sorry, one sec. Here we go. Okay. Oops. Okay. That's surprising. Okay. So I hope everyone else had an alright week. Mine was kind of eh, chaotic, but okay, I guess at the same time. I'm just tired and didn't sleep well. Things are a little bit, well, like I said, chaotic lately, so that's. Let's do some drawings of June just for the sake of like practicing her design, I guess. Hmm. So tired of this mix. I gotta get a better mix. I think this one's. Hello! Hi, hope your Friday's been alright. Just like I said in my description, I'm kind of tired today, so if I don't talk too much, I apologize. But I will, if you have anything you want to talk about, I'll chat. But kind of been like a not much sleep this week. Kind of weak. Hope yours was good. Right now, I'm just doing some pose to practice to warm up, and I'm using my main character of my comic for just drawing her on top of the poses I see. So. Yeah, like I was showing earlier, I did get some work done on I'm playing around with the animatic, like just very rough kind of layout for what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I started like roughing out like what I want the stages of the animatic to be, and I think I'm gonna have it be like a time lapse where like he's at a fireplace, he's at a campfire, and then he where he'll look normal and he'll talk to the little Undine spirit, water spirit, and then the next time you see him, he's at a different fire and he's wearing different clothing, and he's starting to get like some strange features, like antlers are starting to come out, and or like spikes are where the antlers are on the side of his head are starting to come out, and like maybe very faintly you can see the wings start to form, like the skeleton for the wings, and then like maybe like some of the bandages are coming off. Right, I have that same problem with some streamers too, where I'm like, there's always something needs to be done. But don't if you want if you just want to lurk, that's I totally accept that. I'll be on for a while tonight, so I mean, even though I'm tired, I figure I'm gonna try and stay on as long as I can, because I would like to make some progress on an art fight, but I want to start with some other stuff because I already made 3, and honestly, my goal for art fight since it's my first year is like maybe 7. So I'm pretty close already to what I want for my first year. I have so many other things to do this month that I'm really not. I mean, if I can do some like revenges and stuff like that, maybe I'll do more. But really, if I don't start to see like more like um, chatter, like communication back and forth with other people, I don't really see a reason to stick around with this. And I mean, that's on me too. I need to start trying to talk to them. Yeah, totally. Like I said, just if you want to just leave me on in the background, that's cool. I do that all the time. I'll be like cleaning my I have to clean my studio sometimes or like make dinner and I'll just leave it on in the background and come back like in an hour. I'll still be on in an hour for sure. Yeah, oops. I'm gonna try. I haven't drawn June in a few weeks, so I kind of want to get back into getting used to how to draw her. So, oops. I do wonder if anyone sees that Superman movie. Let me know if it's any good. I kind of want to see it, but it's just been kind of crazy lately, so I haven't had time. But it would be fun to see eventually. It seems like a cool. I mean, I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but I do like some of the stories. Like, I mean, All Star Superman's really a really good comic, and so was like well, Superman the animated movie Superman versus the Elites was really cool, and what else? What was the other one? Gods and Monsters was cool, but that's more of like a Justice League movie than a or like a multiverse kind of movie kind of thing than Superman. So really, those are the two main ones: the Elites and All Stars. My absolute favorite because it's kind of like the classic Superman, but like what would happen if like he had a, he had to like well, I guess it's okay to mention it's an older story. He gets irradiated by the sun and finds out that like due to it he might pass away soon because of like the he's overexposed to the his cells are overexposed and they might like start I guess bursting or something. It's weird, but so like he makes this whole adventure up as like a last like a bucket list kind of thing to do, including like some really interesting things. Like he makes an adventure for him and Lois where like he gives her his abilities so that she can see the world the way he did or does, and it's a good story. There's like some sad parts in it, obviously, but like overall, it's just a really good example of like the kind of Superman that if I'm gonna read Superman, I want to read, which is the one that gives you hope and doesn't knock over buildings. So, and honestly, this movie makes it look like they're really going more for that. I think what I saw, because I've seen some strong reactions to what James Gunn said, because he's not apparently very good at marketing for himself, or I'm not sure what he was thinking when he said what he said. Because what he should have said was Superman's stopped being like truth the American way per se a long time ago, but not in a bad way. In a more like he's of the world. He's Superman is not just for America. He's wants to. He's like a refugee who came to Earth and sees Earth itself as his home. So he wants to take care of that. It's not that he's against the U.S. He lives there still, so he's very much for it. All of his friends live there. He just didn't want the rest of the world to think that he was only going to protect the U.S. If aliens came, he didn't want them to think, oh, well, if it's not in America, Superman won't be here. And it's like, yeah, he will. He cares about the world. He's a nice guy. He's a good country boy raised right. He takes care of people. You know? Like, I don't know. It's just so weird that, like, everyone, like, is so, like, hair trigger to think the worst of everyone, including cartoon characters. I mean, comic characters, even. It's like, guys, he's always been this way. It's like, he was always just a good person. Like, some of the movies try and make him look more cynical these days, but I hear Cavill might try and play him in a future movie again, and I'm really excited for that idea, because I feel he got kind of a script that made him kind of look like he didn't care, even though he was trying real hard to with what he was given to make a good Superman. She doesn't have a... I don't know why I'm putting so much time into the eyes and stuff. It's like... This isn't even really looking like her right now, so I gotta be careful. That looks more like her. She's got strong cheekbones. Hmm. Next pose, too long. Took too long. Oh, so sad. Goodbye. Hello. Thanks for dropping in. I'm just warming up right now. Just doing some poses. Tonight I thought I'd use my the main character of my comic to just warm up for doing some drawings tonight. I'm just using like Pinterest for reference for like the poses themselves, and then I put my character into them. Mm. I was just saying how I hope people get to see that Superman movie. If you like Superman, I mean. I don't, kind of a, not everyone's cup of tea. I mean, if you don't want to see that one, I could always there are, I was just mentioning a bunch of, animated versions of him that are stories of his that are really good. So, like, the All Star Superman storyline's really good, and Superman versus the Elite was a really cool story, and Gods and Monsters was kind of cool because you get to see like what would happen if didn't happen the same way on Krypton, and Zod ended up sending like his DNA instead of I always forget Superman's father's name. Anyway, if that was and you get to see like a very different type of Superman and a very different Lex Luthor. So. Missy, I don't like it. I don't like it. Oops, man, why am I having trouble? Her guitar is just slightly different from all the reference I draw, so I always have a little bit of difficulty drawing it. The hands where they should be. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Mm. Bum, 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 bum. Fix my perspective here a little bit. Be right back. Just need to get some water. Okay. Arms are too long, too wide. Skinnier. Yeah, my first round of a sketch, usually I like to just like really loosely draw where everything's going, and then I'll worry about if it's right later on. Especially with a comic character, you don't have time to really be as precious, so I'm kind of just trying to get used to drawing her, improving on her, but not worrying if everything's perfect all the time. Because even I've looked at like Mignola's Hellboy, and there, it's not always perfect. I've seen times where his hands are too big, or something else is inconsistent, and it's like, yeah, he had deadlines. He already was using up a lot of time doing research, so he focused more on the writing, which is a smart thing to do. Wait, let's do an hour here. Jeez. Seems... cool pose. Let's do like a few more and then we'll call it. And not call the stream. I mean, just call the warm ups because I just want to get into this soon. Just playing around with some other, like this is a kung fu pose, but I'm changing it to her preparing for a strum or guitar. There you go. action pose. Thanks for everyone who dropped by. Sorry, like I said, it's gonna be quiet, kind of a quiet one. So. Cool. I like this pose. It's pretty cool. I'll clean it up later, but I just wanted to do a few poses just to warm up, you know? Let's see who we should maybe do one more just because these are fun. And why not? One more. No. Yeah. Maybe they can bet, like, lying down, kind of. Like a. See if I can get this right. Nah. Her clothes would look weird. It would just. There's someone else I could use that with, but. It's got. Oh! Actually, this is good practice for a scene from the comic. Kind of want to try this one. Where she has, there's a scene in the comic where she dodges an attack, like Matrix style, kind of. Maybe actually, you know what? Yeah, let's just do that. It's easier just to have it like this. I don't want to go too crazy. It's really just kind of like pushing your body so that it can, your top half can kind of like, she's gonna go like, it's gonna look weird. I'm trying to figure this out. Probably off a little bit, but it's okay. It's just me practicing for future things, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be, well, my first attempt. Or, you know what she could be doing? It might be risky, but she's dodging, so she wants to be safe. So maybe use the guitar as a third leg, kind of like hold herself, support herself up with the guitar a little bit, just for some more stability. So someone's going like that, and she just missed. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, that's a few of them. That's good. Now let's get to work on some art fight. Okay. Art fight. Art fight. How are we doing on... Are you kidding me? After everything, it's back to 50-50? This is why I'm not really concerned. There's no need to be, apparently. Let's look at some of our... Do I have new messages, or is that still the same old message? Oh, good, a new follower. Nice. Another follower. Yippee! Let's see what we got. Who should we draw next? Who should we draw? Excuse me. I keep yawning today. I'm so sorry. I did say I was going to draw Onyx, didn't I? I would like to draw... I like her model too, so... Let's find a good pose for Onyx. She's a moth. Huh. Those would have been cool poses too. I forgot I had those. Maybe a half body one for her? I don't know. And she does have a good design too in like some outfits, so I could do a full body. Just don't know what I would. Draw. Sorry. This is just me looking through my reference for 1 second. Like a flying, like something with her flying would be kind of cool. Okay, I do have some more. Good. Do, 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 do. Maybe not her yet. I feel. I don't know. Let's see. There's a couple cool poses here I could use for her. Maybe this might be kind of cool, like a seated pose. I'll try this. We'll see how this goes out. How this works out. Worst case, I can always just choose that other pose I was gonna do with the and they have her like her big hands like kind of like just up a little bit, like, and then or at least one of them. And then have her regular hands holding this like a boba tea. So that's kind of nice. I'll think of something to do with the other hands. I can't think of it right at the moment, but I think at least getting these like roughed in would be kind of good. Just so I can like plan later on where everything should go. Like I said, this is just a very rough initial sketch. I'll go in and clean this up later. But I just want to like like her tablet's right next to her. Because I just wonder why her. In one of her models, she has wings, but in some of them, she doesn't. So I'm not really quite sure why. It doesn't matter. Could even like add in the. It's kind of confusing though. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the sleeves short, or just maybe just give, for my version, give her like a short yeah, like a large hoodie kind of thing going on. She does have like this like really big hoodie thing going on, but I'm gonna make it so it's a little bit smaller so you can still see her arms. Because when she has the hoodie up, sometimes you don't. So. Maybe see like a keyboard behind, like over here, and another monitor behind her head or something. It's just like in a bed. I'll fix the perspective later. Like I said, I'm tired. Make those look more moth-like. Okay. Good start for that one. Maybe. We'll see. Honestly, I don't think it matters too much. It just has to be... What else did I want to draw? I think Oh yeah, I was gonna draw some runics. Yeah, it's hard though, 'cause I guess. Okay, I see the design. Kinda. A little bit. Okay. Okay. I think I see now. I got it. This is more of gonna be a creature one. So get away with a little more interesting. Ooh, I never saw that one. That's already been an hour. Cool. One sec. um, Something like this might be kind of fun, but I'll just change it to be more like a. She says the first one of the first lines I read was reacts to stimuli, so I'm gonna have her chasing a butterfly. Ooh, Baldur's Gate, huh? Someone I know that playing Baldur's Gate. It's funny. I might try and get into that eventually. I got so many other games though first. Sure. Let me check. I can do that now. Bum 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 bum. Um, nice. Nice. Okay. Okay, that cool. Then what I was drawing you is would work for him, because like he's doing a jump kick, so that was like actually a good pose for him. I did that just randomly because I thought him descending from the shadows and in that pose was pretty cool. But I'm glad it works out. And honestly, since it is just training, I mean, technically, I could, if you really wanted, I could have him train with swords, because clay doesn't really clay's made of highly dense material, kind of like Gara from Naruto, kind of thing, where he can like cover himself in rocks. So if he really wanted to train with swords, he would let him. But I think just a regular like back and forth like boxing match might seem make more sense for the two of them, because like they both have a leg up that way. Like he has the light emanated from the crystals and the lodestones, but he, like I said in previously, he that's also helping him like maintain his armor. So if he gets rid of it, he's totally vulnerable. So it's kind of like if he's going to use it, then he really has to be sure that it's like going to be a finish the match kind of move, instead of just like, because he knows that just a burst at the wrong time and your character could just like disappear behind a wall of shadow and be like, okay, I'm fine, and come right back after the light dissipates and just continue pummeling him when his armor weakens, because he has less mana to maintain his armor. So that's why I thought it was a cool idea of the two fighting in the cave, because that way they're both in their A game. But I'm gonna play with the anatomy a little bit more to make it look even more dynamic if I can. So yeah, I'll probably work on that a little bit over the weekend, because like I said, it's friendly fire. I hope you don't mind that I'm not in a hurry. It's not because I'm not excited. It's because I am excited that I'm not in a hurry, because I really think it's a cool fight. In that, like, drawing your character is it'll be pretty cool, because it kind of makes me think of like I don't know if you've ever read the comic The Darkness, but this seems like a like young adult. I mean, like not the same thing, obviously, very different. Or maybe like I was saying with Static Shock, there's a character in that can go into shadows. I like playing with characters that go into shadows, because like I was saying last week, my character in Oblivion gained the blessing of the shadow. I mean, of the thief goddess, and the blessing I got made it so I could do that. So anytime I see a character that can do that, I'm always excited. It's interesting that a lot of people who do like fairy type or give themselves long ears, but I just haven't done that with mine yet. I think I might save that for a later update to him. Like I might make it so that like his maybe his like second VTuber form, he'll have like start to get pointier ears. I just figure he's only been there. I mean, I'm a younger YouTuber. I've only been on for a couple years now, so I figure why not let my why not let the VTuber like change in the fairy realm slower, so that to show that I'm still like a smaller one and just slowly growing. So yeah. Running through a field, just chasing after like a super happy kind. I don't know why. She this streamer is just very like energetic and seems positive, so I kind of think it'd be fun to just draw her because the original idea was to I felt was too self-inserty, so I was gonna have since we both have very similar models, I was gonna have them like almost like just like doing the Luffy and gosh, what's her name? Like them both being Nika kind of moment, but I thought that's I don't know her as as an artist too much to do that and feel okay. So I'd rather just do this and have her have this artist like it because it seems a lot more just fun. So yeah. Like I said, I'm just these are very rough, so because I'm very sleepy. Probably try and stay on for another hour. I think if I can. Yeah, I think I'll try and stay on for another hour. Like I said, I still got my animatic to work on, so I'm probably just gonna rough some of these out, work on that some more, and then go come back to these and rough out a few more. That'll. Well, yeah. So this, I think, is pretty good for this because her form. Let's just borrow these. But that was helpful lore. I appreciate you. I'm sure, especially for. I mean, I was lucky that I kind of guessed right, because like I mean, all the key features of like the anatomy that you wanted to show, I feel were well represented. Like you said, he had gold eyes, and that's what I saw. So maybe it's the less Airbender like background I have, but I always can kind of see that. So like, because I'm so used to looking at eye color from that show. But yeah, I thought you did a good job. So, but the background is always nice. It just adds a little bit more. I think mine. How much did I put in mine? I can't remember. For my guy. I guess that's pretty accurate. I mean, I could go further, but mine it's like he's the only thing I left out is that like he my VTuber found I'll show you. Upon like he slowly gained the trust of certain other smaller fairy folk, and then he found this family of dragons that had been wronged by the beast as well. So like he started to do oops, no, that's him fighting demons. That's a scary drawing. And not a very good drawing. Sorry. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here it is. Okay. Yeah, he started training with dragons, and like the Undine are helping him out by giving him some magic, some of their magic to boost him up. And then but the dragons also gave them access to their library. So he's slowly learning how to do more like fey magic, and yeah. Let's start one more really rough, and then I'll get to work on some storybook, some animatic stuff. Maybe I'll do a random one actually. We'll see. I do have a couple more before I need to start hitting into the random. I'm not gonna do that. Hello. Hope you're having the right week. I'm just working on some art fight stuff, and just it's been I'm pretty beat though, so I might be quiet, so don't worry about that. But yeah, just thought I would just try and get some drawings done. Let's see. I'm trying to find some more crystals to attack. I have a few on reserve, but I'm just playing around and trying to look around and see who I want to draw next, or rough out next. Maybe her? Yeah. Maybe her. Yeah, I'll do a rough one of her too. Oh no, I meant fossil. Sorry. No, I'm not. I am gonna do crystals. Soon. I meant. See, this is why I'm tired. I'm sorry. I meant crystal. I meant fossil. See, I'm sick. Oh, my brain. Yeah, I'm doing fossils for the first week or so, and then I'm gonna like finish up with a bunch of crystals. Like I was gonna probably draw yours and draw. There's a few other people that are crystals that I because like so many crystals have like magical characters, so I want to save them for because I'm more used to drawing that kind of stuff anyway. So a lot of the crystals have like magical beings. So, but yeah, like well, for instance, Art Ninja here has a yeah, that would be good too. I'm gonna rough out some stuff, and then the rest of the streams just I'm just gonna. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna show you where to go. Oh, there's that. That's my character sheet for Richard, but here it is. I started a I started like an animatic. It's very rough still, but like, oops, I don't like that one. But it's just like giving me like a rough idea of where my story is gonna. I thought of a cool since the first animatic's gonna be like just mainly just to give some explanation of like the background of the character. I don't want to like overexert myself, so I'm gonna make it so he's just sitting by a campfire the entire time, and there'll be like this whole thing part will be in one scene where he and he's slowly making friends with more and more fairy folk. Like this one sees he's hurt and tries to help him. So I'm gonna have that, and then he's gonna, and it'll like after he heals, he'll like pass, maybe even like just pass out or something, and then like he wakes up again, and there's more around him, and he talks a little bit more about his story to those ones, and then they try and find them, maybe like they try and help him in a different way, or maybe then just time passes one more time, and then you see like a dragon in the background, and then the final transition is him sitting at the table at the inside the library for the dragons, and just studying, and he has the book that he holds, that my VTuber holds. I think that would be pretty cool, because then I just didn't want to have to move him. I don't mind moving his face, but I don't want to have to move a lot of him. So even with an animatic, I'm like, I want to make this as simple as possible for the first one. Because there's just so many. If you make too much happening at once, then you just kind of like, obviously, like I said, I don't want to overwhelm myself. Besides, I mean, it's a pretty simple idea for a story, so there's no point in burning myself up on trying to make it look pretty when it's going to be something that people might watch. So, you know, I'm not going to be like, I'm going to go crazy and no one's going to look at it. And it's like, nah, I'd rather just be like, you can watch it if you want, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm working on, this is a rough one for this streamer called Lycus. Just thought I would get hers really quickly, because she was a big inspiration for me doing a like, have the with the Leshen kind of horns. So I thought it'd be fun to try and do a pose for her, of her character. But yeah, I am gonna take it easy tonight. I just like, these are honestly for next week even, probably. I'm not in a hurry to rush through all this stuff. So I think if I can get like, I got 3 so far. If I can get 10 done this month, I think that's pretty good. So I'll be pretty happy with that. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you Art Ninjas because I was working on that. Let's see. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'll show you some of the stuff I've done already, or two is, let's see, I did that one, which came out really good. Pretty proud of that one. And then I did her. Like that character looks pretty dope. And then that first one you saw, and then and now I'm working on my next one. I'm working. Let's see, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Is it on here? Actually, it's in my screen. I'll just look for it. Let's see. Oh, here's some characters I'm just. Oh, that's one of the people I was going to draw. But here it is. Yeah, this is Art Ninja's character. So it's gonna work. have my character dueling his or this art ninjas, and it seems it. I'm having fun with that. Like they're fighting in a cave, and this character can phase can like not only like become shadow but phase into shadow. So it's kind of a cool like back and forth. Like who will win this duel between these two guys? Kind of where neither one of them they're just fighting to see who's stronger. They're not worried about like they're not gonna really try and hurt each other, but they're just above like training. They're both really serious trainers, so we'll see. Well, the guy because they're it's darkness and it's a cave, so it could be either one of their fight. Either one of them could win. I was doing some warm ups today too. My main character, woo, she's dodging. This is another one of the characters I was drawing. Her, Runic, that's Runix. Okay. Just finish this one up and. I decided to get the, yeah. I'm glad you like it so far. It's like, I still want to like polish it up, obviously, because it's still kind of rough. But I'm having, like I said, I'm having fun. So I don't know what her hands are going to be doing yet, but I'll put them where. Should, I'll just put them in her side for now. This one will be up like this. Yeah, because yeah, Blue. I'm excited about yours because, like you, I mean, I've seen like the spaceship and all that, so I have some ideas. And I'm definitely gonna try and get to that one. Maybe I'll even actually that might be kind of cool for her. I think I'll do a on a rooftop kind of scene. That would be kind of that almost like a gargoyles kind of thing where she's not right on the very top of a. Yeah, something like that would be kind of cool. There's like some kind of cool like. Hello, thanks for dropping in. Said I'm mainly focusing on the fossils for this part of the of the month, and then I'm gonna move on. I'll be doing art fights with Friendly Fire later on. So right now I'm just drawing a whole bunch of different VTubers that I follow, and these are just roughs. So yeah. Do, do, do. Maybe even like a bow, kind of like, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Like a bow kind of thing going on. I was glad so many people could drop by today. And as I always say, if you're in the middle of something and you need to just lurk for a little bit and do something, or if you just want to drop by and just say hi really quick, that's fine too. I appreciate any visitors or welcome visitors. So, the moon's behind her. Be right back. I'll try and draw for another half hour. Are we? Yeah. Okay. Pretty good for now. I got a couple like roughed out for the week. These three I got. And that one came out. Yeah, I'm pretty. Like all three of those came out really good. So. I'm thinking I might actually. Actually, why don't we work on that? Yeah, I'll do that now. Because I do want to get a little bit more work done on her. I've been working on a few more possible additions. Like, where'd she go? Bum, bum, bum. Sorry. Excuse me. There's this character, the matriarch, she rides a giant raven creature that, oh, here's one version of her, but I was working on something else too. So, yeah. I might just use this one, honestly. Because I was trying other hairstyles and different hair colors too, but I kind of like this one a lot, so I might stick with this. Yeah, she's... Because, I mean, Cole's in the drawing anyway, so people could do, like, drawings of the two of them. Like, And that's not that is there is some perspective there, but she's also a giantess, so she's much bigger than him. And I'm trying to think what else. What was the other one? I was tempted. Another one I'm tempted to do because I'm seeing some D&D people. I have these two characters. I might draw. Give them like a profile pic, maybe. I don't know. I get tired thinking about that right now, though. So, but yeah. Let's see if I can go through these things. Yeah, this is Richard. He's actually. Let's just work on him a little bit for fun. I feel like drawing him. he's not a he's not a art fight character this year. I might do. I'll probably add him next year because I don't quite see a reason to have him yet. Like he's kind of. It just seems there's no point until the comics further along. Yeah. Like I don't mind adding in some of the side characters into Art Fight because whatever, they can be their own thing until the comics are up and running. But like the two main ones, like him and June, I kind of want to keep. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'll see how I feel by the end of this. Maybe I might change my mind and add them in, but we'll see. I just don't see quite a reason yet because there'd be no reference for them yet. Like I would be mentioning a comic that doesn't exist, so But I might change my mind. I might get far enough that I can actually start like showing off more of the character art, or I mean, not more of the pages. Because I've been working on that too on my streams. And this coming week, I might actually try and maybe next Wednesday I might try and do a little bit of work on the comic. Since I got some work on figure drawing in today. Whoops, come on. Here we go. Yeah, Richard's inspired by a bunch of different characters. Biggest inspiration was Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. There's a character called I think Omo or something, or some. Yeah, he's the sword master is what I think of him as, and Patrick Stewart plays and does the voice acting for the English dub of him, and I just really thought that was cool to see like this a character like that, so I thought it'd be fun to create one in my comic. Well, more aptly put, I had a drawing of the way the comic started was I had like a drawing of a father and daughter walking in the woods, and then I thought like it'd be kind of cool if they're on a journey, and then I tried to think what the journey would be, which is them trying to rescue her mother. And then when I got through that point, I thought, like, what are their interests? What are their backgrounds? I thought it'd be kind of cool if he was like a war veteran and she's an aspiring bard. And he can like conjure any weapon that he's ever made. And because I love to punish myself, his main weapon is a flanged mace. Why not? Why not make his weapon something over the top and at least to start with. Later on. I'm sure I'm gonna switch over to him using swords more often, probably, or just clubs. We'll see. That'll probably be what it'll be, just for my own sanity. Thank you. Yeah, I thought like I like the whole like because I've seen certain characters like there's in Naruto there's a girl 1010 she can summon weapons, but I thought wouldn't it be cool if it only worked with things he's made like in but the cool part about that to add to the power is that like since they're things he's made they can be enchanted, so he could just randomly he could just be like oh I'm fighting this like guy that's weak that uses ice powers. I'll pull out this cool like shield that I made once that's imbued with fire so that I can just like be able to like melt it, melt my just like like just run forward really fast and slam into them with it or something, or just get a sword made of fire and or or a shield that absorbs ice if he had something like that. But it depends. It's like and as the story goes on, he gets better with his magic because he's been retired for a while, so like he remembers he he slowly starts to remember more of the more like complex things he made in the past, and it helps him get out of rougher situations. But the cool thing about the story too is that like they're not really there. There are some adversaries that are like mages that are from his past that are holding a grudge. But the main story aspect is that they're in a mad dash to save her mother, so it doesn't matter. I That's kind of why I thought it would be fun to make him really strong because it only points even further that it doesn't matter. He could be god tier and he's still in a race against like a rift between the fairy realm and the human realm that could swallow his wife. So it does. It's going to be interesting. I like seeing characters like that where like they're really pushed into an element where their powers don't matter even if they are strong. Like certain anime are better are good at that, and some books I've read that are like fantasy ones have done that really well. Like Tales of Earthsea. The main character in that's a really powerful mage, but he's constantly put in situations where it doesn't matter that he's good at magic. Yeah, and then there's like I put one of the characters that I do have in my art fight is Uh, I do have his brother-in-law, which is the Cole. His wife's this guy. Yeah, can summon just anything that he, any creature that he has knowledge of, he can revive with the power of like enhanced magic. I realize that I might not be able to. So far, no one's really said anything to me though. But like, technically, he is using fossils, but really, he's a mage, so he's using like the power of his like enchantments. So I guess it's kind of both. I was told by someone that it really didn't matter, so I put him in because he's a pretty cool character. If someone did come to me and said like he's too close to just like being pure fossil and that's for the he's playing for the wrong team, then I'd be willing to just take him out. But no one said anything yet, so I'll keep him in. Sure, someone will have fun drawing him either way. I mean, obviously, also this guy was inspired a bit by Final Fantasy 15, with the main character of that having the I forget what it was called, but it's essentially like the blessings of the kings of past, where like he could use any weapon of previous like rulers, and like they were like floating around him as he was fighting, and you could just like you could just like have like three different attacks, and each one would have a different weapon. So yeah, it was a pretty cool ability. It was a shame that the game had some production issues, but I still enjoyed it. Like the cooking, the side quests in that game were actually really fun. Like I had a lot of fun with like hunting down recipes, and especially later on when you find out that like the tougher monsters give you even better stuff, and like I was just like I got strong enough that I could just like start farming behemoths, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go, some prime steak coming from this. But yeah, this weekend maybe I'll look at some more crystals to start. I mean, obviously blue. I said I'll start on a rough for yours, but also look at some other ones in the in your forum. There were a couple that I saw that I was definitely gonna look into. Maybe make it even so like this is kind of like starting is forming out of the ground. So it's like it does actually have a handle. It's just not right there. So. Because personally, like morning stars always seem like kind of like a more difficult weapon to use, but it would be kind of cool if you made one anyway. But it has maybe there's like some kind of perk to it where like due to it being difficult, it could do like more unique attacks or something. Like there's an incredible risk on his safety using it, but like because of that, it like can it has like extra strength. It can cancel out like regeneration for trolls or something possibly, or I don't know, something kind of cool that. Yeah, something that actually that might be a good one. Kind of like Hunter x Hunter has that kind of stuff, where like certain abilities are very dangerous to use, but they do really powerful things because they're dangerous to use. How are we doing on time? I'll draw for another 10 minutes, I'd say, and then we'll start wrapping up. Because I just want to. Sorry, I thought I was gonna draw for more today, but like I said, I am pretty tired. I promise. Like I'm gonna be drawing again tomorrow, and I'm thinking maybe of adding another day to the week, but we'll see. It's just there's just a lot of personal things are happening right now that are just kind of a bit chaotic. But once those start to, I mean, they're always going to be there to a degree, but there's just specific things that are just hopefully not the beginning of more. So anyway, I'll be drawing again next Wednesday on here, obviously, so, and tomorrow I'll be drawing on Twitch. Cool. Yeah, I can't, like, someone at work got me interested in uh Hunter x Hunter because I had been watching. They knew I watched some shonen, and I didn't get to finish it. I'll be honest, because I kind of it feels it much like Rurouni Kenshin. It kind of had there's like a specific arc in it, and you know which one I'm talking about. The Chimera Ant arc was crazy, but after that, it kind of like slows down a bit, and not in a bad way, just in a like you have to slow down after that. And I kind of fell off during that slowdown because like it became like this like story about like them trying to race to with this girl from Killua's family to save Gon. But I might pick it up again sometime. Right now I'm just watching some more chill kind of anime like I mean I've watched like Frieren like probably 12 times. So and I just rewatched All Saints Street, and that one's really funny. I definitely recommend that to anyone if you're looking for something chill and just fun. There's some action in it too, and the animation. It was I think it was a webtoon, and then they changed it. I mean, and then they obviously got an animation team to do it, but it has this really like nice like thick outlines on things, but not too thick, kind of like colored outlines. It's hard to describe, but pretty cool. I don't know what I did here, so do not save. Let's go back to these ones. I want to. I thought these came out pretty good, so I'm gonna clean these up and add them to her designs. What are you watching right now, out of curiosity? Because the last one I started to watch was Master. Someone at work was trying to get me into Master Swordsman, and it's it's good. It's just kind of slow at parts. So, but I mean, I don't dislike the characters. I think I liked it. I started to watch it in Japanese, and I kind of like some of the characters' voices better in Japanese than in dub. And I've had that happen before with anime, where like sometimes they it's not that they're bad voice actors, it's just that I just like the voice more in different in the other language. I mean, sometimes it's a happy um, discovery when I like both the American and the dubs and the sub. But that one, I don't know. We'll see. Some characters I do like their English voices, but certain side characters that are important to the story right now are kind of not bad, but just seem off. Like they don't feel like they fit their character, and that kind of pulls me out of the anime. So I'm like, just I'll watch these ones in Japanese, and I'll come back to it when this character's not important anymore. So. Bum, bum, bum. I swear there was some way I drew her guitar. I always forget like the specifics of her guitar. It drives me nuts. It's supposed to look like like a wizard staff. What were some other ones I was watching? There's a couple. Oh, I started watching Skate. I can see the allure of it. It has a really nice art style. Someday I'll probably go back to it. But I've watched the majority of Shippuden. Like I got up to a specific point later in the series, and then a lot of lore was thrown at me just to warn you. So get ready for that late in the show. Like, if that's my only criticism with Shippuden is that like I didn't mind when like the Akatsuki were explained and stuff like that, but when they started getting into like even into other adversaries that are only around for like a fight or something, and they're like fully explaining them, and I'm like, guys, come on, this is too much to absorb. Like, can I just watch the people go pew pew with their powers, please? I did like the dub actually. Yeah, I think next month I'm gonna get is K-pop is on Netflix, right? I think it is. Because if it is, I might just renew Netflix for next month. But oops, let's go over here. That's good to know though, because from what I saw, it seemed just like kind of like I mean the highest stake thing I saw was like they had a race early on, and I don't think there was anything like really like too dangerous about what they. I mean, they were definitely like in competition with each other, and some of them were playing a bit dirty, but there was really no like serious threats. Like I think didn't efforts. Like I think one of them, the goofy guy, the punk guy, was like, didn't he cheat or try and cheat or something? And that was as high stakes as I think it got. It was like I think he like tried to throw like fireworks. Or maybe it wasn't even that bad. It was like he tried to mess with the other skaters. That's all I remember. And I think it's voiced by the guy that does Piccolo in Dragon Ball Z, if I remember right. Isn't it? Or maybe hold on, let me check. I'm usually pretty good about this, but it's been a little while. Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah. I thought so. See, God. I wonder if any of them are going to be people I'm just seeing if any of the voice actors are people I recognize from, Zeno... Okay. Amberly Connors. What's that? Oh, she's just an additional voices character. Amberly. Oh. Okay. Okay. That's nice. Oh, okay. With Darren. Yeah, there's definitely some bigger voice actors in this too. Like a lot of these people are. Okay, this guy's from done some Chainsaw Man. Apothecary Diaries is another really good anime, and apparently one of the voice actors who I can't even pretend to pronounce that. It's like no, I'm not trying it. It's like Ciara with that little mark above it, and then just Strange is the last name. He's been. Oh, he's even in Anne Shirley as well. That's funny. And yeah, cool. Kimmy Britt sounds familiar. I don't know why. Oh, My Hero Academia. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, a whole bunch of different. These are all pretty big. Like they've done quite a bit. These days, I always like check to make sure to see if like Matt Mercer is appearing in anime, and I just didn't notice him. It's like in so many games I play. Or Laura Bailey. She's been showing up in a lot of games I play. Another really laid back funny one I recommend is Nichijou. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but it's really funny. It's just like very slapstick, very over the top goofiness. Uh, I hear there's another version that's done with boys, which is a weird way to describe it. But I heard that what was it? I forget what was it called. It was like what boys talk about or something, or I forget. It's essentially because Nichijou's two girls in middle school, and then there's another anime that's pretty much the same thing but with guys, and it's kind of the same thing where it's just random nonsense. Like they're just like goofing around and doing random stuff, like and just that's Nichijou's the anime that you've probably seen like people do that meme of the principal suplexing the deer. That's Nichijou. It's so great. I love that fight. It's so funny. Because she's just like freaking out and she almost goes and tells everyone. But every time she does almost walk in, she walks back out and or she walks to the door and almost walks in, but then realizes no one's going to believe me and walks away. And then finally she gets the nerve, opens the door and goes, never mind, I'll go back in the hallway. And it's like, yeah, who would believe her? I mean, the principal is weird, so maybe someone might believe, but the teacher wouldn't, so she just would be in more trouble anyway. It's pretty funny. And Dungeon Meshi was really funny too. I was really happy with how that one was a nice, funny, but then kind of not. I don't want to spoil what happens later on, but it gets more serious as the story goes along, is all I'll say. But like early on, it's very funny. Like Meryl, she is just like one of it's funny how like there's been a couple different elves in different shows lately, and they're all very different from each other. I mean, especially if you include Vox Machina. That's not really anime. That's just animated. So. But I'm excited for whenever I think later this year I think they're supposed to release Mighty Nine is supposed to get an animated show. I follow one of the animators on he draws on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, on Twitch sometimes. I forget his username right now, but yeah. Oh, how are we doing? Oh, we're past my time. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit, but definitely thanks to everyone who stopped by. I really appreciate all, and thanks our Ninja for your company. That's always fun to have someone to talk to. We'll have to talk more about anime next time too, because there's a whole bunch of other ones I could recommend, but I'm glad you're having fun with those ones. And I'll probably have more of yours done, honestly. So, Yeah. Yeah, thanks again, everyone. So I'll be streaming again on Wednesday for on this channel. Tomorrow I'll be streaming over on Twitch at SR. You can find the link in my about page, but it's SRD illustration. So if you want to stop by there, I'll be working probably a little bit on art fight, but I kind of want to just like slow down a little. So I'll probably do a little bit of art fight, but mostly do more work on the animatic because I started that today, and once again got distracted. But at least I got a bunch of those done, and I got him cleaned up a little bit more. But yeah, this is the animatic. So we'll get. I'll clean this up tonight a little bit more, and then tomorrow I can continue work on it. Man, at this rate, I don't even know how many layers this is going to be. I think I am going to start, I'm glad I started doing this, where I just do, like, parts of the drawing. Because I saw this, like, Disney animators do this sometimes when they're like... Because you don't want to draw everything. So, yeah, I'll be doing this tomorrow, so... Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And, yeah.